Ta-da! Look, we're on time for a change. Oh no, I've been on time most of my live streams quite recently. Hello and welcome. Greetings. Happy Sunday, everybody, from the Loft in glorious Cornwall. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Probably try and do a bit of a shorter stream than normal, mainly because I don't want to clash with anyone who's coming on to live stream this afternoon. So yes, this will be a pretty shortish one from me. But yeah, just covering off a few things. Good afternoon, Rich. How are we on this? Actually, it's sunny down here. Not that I can see much because I'm in the loft. But yeah, it's a nice sunny day down here actually for a change. It's chilly outside, but we are getting. I am actually intrigued. See what is going on. So, things that have been happening this week. I made YouTube partner finally. I have finally crossed the boundary and made it into YouTube partnerdom. So yes, that means that I actually earn a little bit of money from YouTube. Hooray! It's not going to stop me doing what I do. I say I'm not here to do this all the time because I have a job to do. But it does mean that it gives me a bit more incentive to actually make content. And as you can see over here, there's a stack of Sophoses, and on top of it, there's some Arubas. In fact, we'll touch on the Arubas in a minute because I've had them to play with. This is the Aruba InstantOn kit. This is their trial kit from Aruba that they send out to businesses to have a play with to see if it fits suits. And yeah, we'll discuss that in a minute. But yeah, other than that, it's quite a normal week here. Craziness with work. Trying to get stuff done up here, making more and more space slowly but surely as I sort stuff out. This week I'm aiming to have the start on the new Sophos firewall videos done. Yeah, I've got a lot of them, and now I'm starting to actually make progress with them. Is the idea is to actually get them working and doing stuff and burning power because they aren't the cheapest to run, unfortunately. Alongside everything else, and obviously, yeah, just trying to actually get some content up which people have been asking for a little bit. I just haven't had time to do it, and I haven't had the space up here until recently. So yeah, let's try and get that pushed through. Again, I want to start doing the firewall testing because I've got so many different things to test. I've just burnt a PF firewall pen to load onto those. And yeah, I've got servers scattered. You can't see them. There's a pile of servers down here. There's a pile of servers down here. There's that one over there. That's a HP. I want to do the HP compared to the Dell that's behind it. I I've got to use the one that's best bang for buck, but for me, I've got to use the one that gives me flexibility. So when I finished, and you see there's the cameras up there, it's going to be quite a few parts because there's no point me trying to condense getting a firewall set up in one video because of how many things that need to be shown and discussed on all these different things. But it's also like why I'm not using these are XG450 Rev 1s. I've got a Rev 2, and I will do the comparison between the Rev 1 and the Rev 2. But there's a reason why I'm having to use the Rev 1s for what I want to do. The same, it's silly things. I mean, I've got a firewall of purple here that I've had this for probably 18 months now. It's still sealed, but I need to get it out and review it because these are great little boxes. But for home people, these are phenomenal if you just need a bit more power. I'd love to have the money to get hold of a firewall of gold. But but I just can't justify it at the moment because I don't have a use case for them for me personally. For residential and for people who need to add a bit of control around their home network, these things are cracking bits of kit. But I need time to actually unbox it and demonstrate it as if it was a home network, which means I've got to build a home network. Which means I've got to find a router, which I'll probably just spin up a Draytech or something, because I've got plenty of them lying around because we've been pulling them out for a pastime. Not that there's anything wrong with Draytechs. All good fun. But yes, much of a muchness going on other than that. It's just been a bit of an up and down week. Just a lot going on. Trying to maintain sanity, I suppose, is the part. And again, doing things up here. The problem is if I do something, I've then got to usually undo it to then film it to do it for YouTube. So it makes things take 10 times as long. I've got an empty rack that was stacked full of not dead servers of servers, which I've now had to take them all out again so I can film putting bits into the rack. It just means that stuff takes time. I don't have the luxury of 20 racks to just leave one empty all the time to film racking stuff up. It'd be nice. One day, maybe. One day, maybe this lark will pay enough that I can farm off the other work, so to speak, and I can be in the rarefied heights of YouTubedom. But yes, I suppose let's have a might as well go through what I've got Aruba wise quickly. Let me just put that out the way. That's the that is a ACHD. Yeah, so that's an unhappy ACHD. There we go. See, that one came back. It does work. This is this has been relegated to lab use, but it has one hell of a crack around the edge. It's had taken one hell of a smack. That's what happens when it gets used properly. But yes, so grab. So let's have a quick Aruba InstantOns. This is an AP12 from Aruba. This is their InstantOn range, and as good as it is, it's a compromise, and that's the big problem. If you are someone who wants to manage your own wireless network for a little business, for a coffee shop, anything like that, a little restaurant, and you just want one set of kit to do the basics, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Nothing wrong with this. But if you want any semblance of central control, no. Doesn't work. That's where they've got effectively the differentiation between Aruba InstantOn and Aruba. It's the same aspect with Meraki, Ruckus Unleashed, all the attempts to claw back some of the ubiquity, all the Unify and the TP Link and the Ngenius market. It's an interesting one. It's like we've got a nice 24 port switch here, the loud 24 port switch. I can hear that switch above my rack. If I put that switch in my rack, it will probably be one of the loudest things in my rack above the servers that are running there. So, yeah, bit of an interesting one. Let's just switch over to that. And it's kind of a bit more obvious. So this is the actual switch. These are the settings that you get. Refresh that page a minute. So this is all that you get from their web console for this. You have to manage and control everything via a mobile app. And the mobile app is good Allows you to do everything. Very powerful mobile app, but it's still a mobile app. You still have to, let me just fire it up. You see if I can here. I flick over to that. There we go. Excuse the mess on the floor. But there is Aruba InstantOn's mobile app. Obviously, I've got an AP unplugged at the moment, so you can see we've got potential issues. We've got showing that I've got one network in there, which is, so the main network is the Loft, and it's got on a VLAN of VLAN 1, which is on the Loft. And you can go into that and look at options, and you can add in a few things for security. So it has some nice features tucked in there. But it says the default network is InstantOn to manage devices, which is fine. I can go in. You've got the options there for the actual wireless network there. Oh, hold on, I've gone out of focus. Come back here. Get back in focus. Camera. I can get it to refocus a second. Come on. Focus back in. There we go. So you can see we've got the options to be able to give it a name. We've got the password, or if we wanted a radius, we can set up a radius on there, which is good. You can set IP and network assignments for the devices. You can set a schedule on it. You can bandwidth limit it. You can specify what wireless frequencies, whether you want 2.4, few optimizations. It's got a lot of capability, but at the same time, it's also a bit limited in that you have to control everything from here. I can see if there's any clients. I've not got anything connected to at the moment. We have got filtering should you want it, so we can actually see what's going on, which I find that actually a bit disturbing in the fact that it's traffic monitoring, so it's actually packet inspecting from the switch. Now, what Aruba InstantOn does not have is a router, so the switch is doing a degree of packet inspection there. And you've got topology and devices. You can see I've got the switch online, one of the APs is online, the other AP is offline because it's there. But yes, it's a very interesting solution, but at the same time, it's also very, very limited. So it's fine for a single area, but not if you're oh, it's gone offline completely now. Attention required. Is that because oh yeah, it's just unplugged. Let me plug it back in a minute. Up a second, and that will sort itself out. Move you out the way. So yes, there are possibilities with it, but there are also limitations with it. Is the big thing. It's not a fully functional system, and it's not designed to be. It's designed to effectively get you on the path that if you need more than this, Aruba's idea is that you go out and buy full Aruba kit and then the licenses that go with it, which then obviously locks you into the Aruba or the Meraki or the Cisco or that train of thought. So you get, as they put it, limited warranty with the kit, which is interesting in itself. You get 90 days, I think it is, phone support when you set it up, and after that, it's all support via chat only. I believe you get lifetime warranty on the kit, but then that's lifetime warranty on the kit. So, as and when the lifetime of the kit runs out, then the warranty runs out. So, that was one of my concerns. when Aruba decide that they don't want to support InstantOn anymore because it's not making them any money, are they going to start charging you? The question. Are they going to transfer this to, oh, you're on InstantOn, but you now need to pay us £1 a month a device, maybe something like that, to centrally manage it still, because this is all still checking in to a cloud service. Go grab Tesco. So yes, there are some concerns I would have about putting this out to places. It's obvious it's not going to disappear overnight because that would cause uproar. But at the same time, yeah, I would be concerned that there's a possibility with this kit that in a few years' time you may end up with a pile of bricks, which is a firm possibility. Either that or they would have to release some sort of firmware update that enables you to configure this locally. You can't configure any of these settings whilst the device is actually connected to the central cloud. Having enough difficulties. Not quite sure why that is, but hey ho. You can see it's connected here, and you've got all the status, so it's all connected. If you do not have connection to the central cloud, you can change these settings. Obviously, should you need to, you can actually change the settings to get the device online, but that is it. That is all you can do. Same with the access point. The access points are exactly the same. Once they're connected to the central cloud, you have to configure everything there. The rest of this is configured in a very basic way. Locally, you can set your tagged VLAN for your uplink, and that's it. There's nothing else. You can't configure these locally. You have to run it all via the app. So, makes for an interesting potential solution to a few problems, but also adds in its own question. Yeah, that's Aruba. That's the InstantOn package. I'm going to try and see if I can locate some Ruckus Unleashed stuff, because having used Ruckus a fair bit in the past, their actual platform is very good. I quite like the Ruckus kit. It's one of the alternatives for us. I've never played with InstantOn to any great deals. I have played with it. I played with it when it launched, and that was a very long time ago, and it was quite basic. So it would be interesting to play with that. That, I believe, is a bit more of a local platform where all the access points talk to each other. But at the same time, we shall see. Cisco wise, I will revisit the Cisco business dashboard at some point once I get switched to go with this. My review on this was pretty much the same as Tom Lawrence. Nothing wrong with that as a standalone AP, but the central management is shocking. They basically Cisco-fied it. Shame. I do intend to get hold of some more up-to-date Armada kit. I've put a few times. This is a EAP 225v2. This is now end of life. It doesn't work on the latest version of the Armada controller software, so I can't do anything with that. I need to get more up-to-date Armada stuff. Behind me there, see that? Yeah, that is a Sophos AP. Again, I'd like to get hold of the Sophos APs and switches to have a look at their system since they've launched that. I've let it mature a bit. Sophos's system was a bit of an odd one, being a company where we deal with the Sophos firewalls a lot of the time. We like the Sophos firewalls, but the Sophos Wi-Fi and the Sophos switching I've not played with yet. Sophos APs were incredibly clunky to use, so we never used them. I mean, that's the only one I've got here. All the other ones that I've come across on site, we've pulled out and replaced with Unified because it just works better. So that is where we are with things like that. Interestingly and frustratingly, obviously, for anyone who obviously follows tech on YouTube, you will have seen that LTT, they've just rolled back, or Linus's home or new home, to Unify from Ruckus because he was having problems with Ruckus. In that, uh, potentially it was overkill, potentially it was just the fact that it wasn't tuned right. But they've gone back to Ubiquiti Unify kit, and they've gone for Wi-Fi 6 kit, and grab, yeah. See, this is one of the frustrations with Ubiquiti. That's a Wi-Fi 6 Lite. I could fully unbox that. I can show you everything about that. This is a Lite Plus. This is currently in EA, and these are the things that they were being shown, but they weren't supposed to show. We can't show these. No YouTuber is allowed to do a review on these or show them because these are EA kit. They have a red label on the side that says EA sample, not for resale or product reviews. Yeah, LTT can quite happily go, oh, well, yeah, we'll show them anyway, even though you could clearly see the red label that says EA sample, don't use, basically. So, obviously, I jokingly tagged Ubiquiti in. They sent me oh, look, read the terms and conditions. And it's like, seriously, guys, engage a bit more with the community on the EA stuff, because you can get some very, very good feedback from us on the EA stuff about what's good and what's bad before it goes out and then the community lets rip. So, yes, bit frustrating, but there we go. Just trying to think what other fun and games going on. There we go. Right. I'm just literally, this is going to be a short one, because I know Cody's got a live stream at E4, so don't want to. Well, I want to catch up with Cody, so I don't want to overrun for that. And I have some stuff I need to get on and do. I need to carry on filming for this. Firewalls loaded up. Again, you can find me on all the normal places. Discord, TikTok, all the fun and games. I haven't got much to do in this stream because I've got to focus on getting a video done and other stuff. But there we go. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that has happened this week in IT that has been worth talking about. Haven't seen anything really new. There's nothing new in non-EA. There's nothing new in EA. Oh, we've had obviously the Dream Machine Pros. Welcome back. Dream Machine Pro has obviously gone GA with 2.4. 2.5 is in EA, and the jump between 2.5 and Unify OS 3 is quite small, hopefully. So we should start to see some Unify OS 3s for the Dream Machine and Dream Machine Pro in EA, I would say, in the coming month. So that will be something that obviously is going to be quite useful. Let's just look at the releases. That's good there. Not too fast, because anyone can opt into EA. We have got Protect 2.2.9. That's the latest version if you've got a Dream Machine Pro. Adds support for the G5 series. Dream Machine 2.5.16 dropped. That's in EA. Switch firmware, what have they fixed today or 2 days ago? Just general bug fix. Yeah, nothing special there. So that's fine. I don't think anything new has appeared. Have a look at EA anyway, just because we can. Nothing particularly UISP Pro. We don't use that at the moment. I'd like to, but I haven't got a justification for it. And wireless ISPs in this country are slowly becoming a dying breed. Not a lot else. Stock wise, let's just check how are we for stock today. So we're getting Enterprise 48 PoEs are all back in. Flex XG, I've got one of them sat back there. Ag switches, we've got the 8 ports appearing back. Flexes are back in stock. Pro 48s, Pro 24s. Enterprise 24 is out. So actually, we're out of the non-pros again, but expect them in anytime this week, I would assume. Yeah, the 10 gig PoE's in. The 8 PoE, yeah, the older switches are all dropping out, but that's not a surprise because there's a big push for Unify to switch over to this design because this matches in with the ethos for the Dreamwall when that launches, in that you basically connect to a room. Yeah, this is the one thing that Ubiquiti were trying to do was to make sure it went as smoothly as they could. And they copped a lot of flack from people who really don't understand that it's not just a simple case of stick the latest version on, because there are people out there with Dream Machines and Dream Machine Pros that have done some very, very crazy things. And then they wonder why Ubiquiti have problems, or they have problems when Ubiquiti updates stuff because it breaks some of their craziness. I did see quite a few people who obviously, I know you can get a couple of scripts to run additional services on a Dream Machine Pro, and they were saying, well, that's now broken. And it's like, well, what did you expect? You've customized it by using non-proved services, and now it breaks when updates happen. That's why, number one, it's probably why we don't get too many problems with our Unify kit, because we don't go crazy with them. We will not run scripts. I will not do JSON file edits for USGs. All the stuff that where you have to hack around to make stuff work. If you have to hack around to make stuff work, it's not the right product. If it worked, it should be a supported configuration. So having to go in and adjust things. The only thing I'll adjust on a USG is I'll turn off a few of the unsupported encryption algorithms for the local pages. Basically, that's to stop network scanners from whinging. So when you have a security scanner running on the network, it will about the certification levels that are supported by the device. So let's just have a quick look. What's in Protect? We have got bullets are in. They're still in early access. All the AI bullets back in stock in the UK. Waiting to get hold of one of them because I want to test the number plate recognition. I have an AI Theta. It's sat down there. The problem is it's not suitable for use outside, so not a lot I can do with it. That's one I've got in EA. Can't tell you much more than that. I've got a G5 Flex on its way to me once I go up and pick it up from the other half of the business. The G4 bullet that I had in that was full of water, I don't know if anyone saw that. That went off for RMA. New one on its way. Same with I had a G3 Instant that developed a line down it. It was my own one actually. Just had a line down the lens, so something in the sensor had gone wrong. So yeah, building the RMA. In fact, the hold up on that was me, not Ubiquiti. I filled in the RMA. They approved it instantly, which is our experience with Ubiquiti's RMA service. Literally, we fill it in. They go, yeah, no problem, because we explain exactly what's gone wrong with it and why it needs RMAing. And they approve it. We put it in a box. You get a tracking number. So we always send everything tracked because obviously it has to go international. As soon as you put the tracking number in now, Ubiquiti will, if they've got the product in stock, they will expedite one out to you. So literally, as soon as there's a tracking number filled in, you get another one on its way to you. As soon as they've checked the tracking number is valid. Which gone are the days of it going back there, faffing around, and then having to come back again. I mean, I'm expecting a G4 Bullet to arrive probably with me on Monday or Tuesday. I packaged and sent it off on Friday. So again, I know that's not the same experience everybody has with Ubiquiti, but as a rule for us, we get no problems. We generally find them to be very good at dealing with what we need. I really, really, really at some point want to get hold of an amplify router. I know they're a bit on the expensive side, but I'd really like one just to play with and test, purely as an alternative. The Amplify HDs, I believe, have been. I think these are now classed as vintage. But yeah, I'd like to get hold of one of these kits. My aim is to start doing some testing on some stuff, because it'd be interesting to know what the throughput on one of these is. Especially as I should have a Dream router coming down to me to sit in stock soon. Again, I'll push that once I've got this all done. Servers are assembling slowly but surely. I need an aggregation switch, actually. It's bad to list of things for us to buy for me. Is because I need some 10 gig fiber backbone. Now, just to do some more testing, I'm running out of fiber ports. We're running out of 10 gig fiber ports, I should say. So I've got the Flex XG, but that's copper, so it limits me as to what I can test, and I haven't got any RJ45 SFP Plus modules at the moment, so I could probably do some of that. So yes, I have a shopping list that, as money permits and as stock levels permit, I will start to add to the collection. Yeah, and working up from there should be good fun. Other than that, there is not a huge amount going on. Just basically on the lookout for things to film now. That's the next thing. Obviously, on TikTok, I've got that as well. If you're on TikTok, I'm the IT guy on TikTok. I probably do more short, sharp, snappy stuff on TikTok than I do on YouTube, because YouTube Shorts do not. The YouTube Shorts are good for quick, informative shorts, I should say, but TikTok is good for back and forth, and that's the one thing that YouTube don't actually have a platform for yet. That would be interesting to see if they try and compete with that. I need one 8-port ag switch. I haven't even got one at the moment. My 10 gig switching is, I have my 4-port Mikrotik. I have got a 48 port. I've got a normal 48 port, and I've got a 48 port Pro. Still in a box over there. Good thing Jason's not here. He'd be shouting and screaming. But yeah, I need more 10 gig ports now. Just not because I need my home network to be 10 gig. I'd like an ag switch, one for my main rack, which is sat down there, because this is kind of a production rack now. The test rack is over there. I don't need 10 gig because, like, most of what I do, I'm not filming in 4K because I can't afford cameras to film in 4K at the moment. All of my filming is done on a Samsung S8 or a S20, because I don't have the justification to go out and spend £500-600 at the moment on a camera. I'd love to. I'd love to be able to spend that money and get a higher quality camera to do filming on. But to be honest, it's not going to show you any more. It will show you a bit of I want something with a wider angle. This is a GoPro at the moment, which is what I'm streaming through. But yeah, to be able to show you a bit more of what's going on, and to be able to get, I need some more sort of shelves up here and up there, and a bit more camera mounts so that they can look straight down. As to what I'm doing, that is my next sort of aim, is to get some more camera arms, maybe, or even if it's just a rail, so that it can look straight down on stuff. I'm just trying to think if there's any other fun stuff that has. Oh, the the Cloud Key stand is out of early access. There you go, people. The latest thing is the G2 Plus stand. Yeah, that's a bit of a one. Obviously the OCD panels came out a while ago. Oh, I know I haven't looked at. Is the USB adapter out of EA yet? Let's have a look. Where are you? G4 Pro, doorbell. Oh, is that in stock? Accessories. No, the G4 Pro doorbell PoE adapter is still in EA. I'm going to pull mine off the front of my house and do a quick test. Wait, hold on a minute. So the AC adapter. Oh no, that did come out before. So yeah, the yeah, whatever. Ubiquity aren't going to go after me for showing a PoE doorbell adapter. I need to do a demonstration with that and working out how to get it to work with things like the Honeywell chime. That will be one of my next videos as well, is to revisit the PoE powered, the 24 volt PoE powered doorbell and chime, just to demonstrate it does work with the pro people. Know that I've already answered the question, but I'd rather show people it's working. And doing a USB-C powered pro doorbell to help demonstrate that working with a doorbell. I need to work out if it is going to behave or not. But yeah, that is where we are with things at the moment. Not a lot else going on here, just generally keeping busy, trying to get things recorded and trying to work out what else I need to help people learn about it. The entire game of this is to help others to help themselves. Shadow over me, which is that. You can go up there out the way. Probably need to get a bit more lighting in here as well, because at the moment I've got one strip light over there, one strip light up there. I could probably do with some lighting here, so probably get rid of some of these shadows, and yeah, just a little ring light, I expect. Go hunting, see what Elgato have got. Check the Amazon warehouse. So there we go. I'm going to wind this one up here because it only needs to be short, sharp, and sweet. It was mostly to say that I finally made a few things happen, and coming this week, hopefully, Sophos stuff. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for rewatching if you're watching later on, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will catch you again in the next one.